I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me.
How would you like to learn a simple meditation practice that you can start today that will empower you to experience more loving kindness and intimacy in your life? If so, pay attention. We're going to start in a few minutes. Aloha! Welcome to Unity Church of Maui's Sunday service. Several centuries ago, there were 7 monks in a cave somewhere in Asia. They were meditating on unconditional love. And there was the head monk, his brother, his best friend. The fourth was the monk's enemy, that they just couldn't get along. And then there was a very old monk who was old and thought would probably die soon. And then there was another monk that was very sick, and they also thought he was going to die soon. And the last monk was kind of a useless monk. He always fell asleep in meditation, and he could never get his gown right. But the other monks appreciated him because he taught them patience. So one day, a band of bandits discovered the cave. It was so remote and it was hidden, and they wanted to take it over as their base. So they decided that they were going to kill the monks. The head monk, fortunately, was a very good persuasive speaker. And he managed, don't ask me how, to persuade the bandits to let all of the monks go, except for one. And it was agreed that they would kill one of the monks as opposed to killing them all. And the head monk was left alone with the decision of who was going to be sacrificed. And so he went off and he thought about it, and sometime later he came back. And of course you can imagine his decision. He had to decide, did he himself sacrifice himself, or his brother, or his best friend, or his enemy, or the old monk, or the sick monk, or the useless monk? So he went off and contemplated, and then came back to the bandits and he said, I can't make up my mind. I can't decide who I'm going to sacrifice. Who would he choose? And the truth is, the monk he couldn't decide who should be killed. So what happened to those monks? Well, you'll have to stay tuned. I'll tell you later in this talk. This talk is titled, by the way, Who Do You Think You Are? Who? So I ask you, who do you think you are? Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. With loving kindness meditation, we gain the power to train our mind with positive thoughts and to get rid of negative thoughts that bring us down. Loving kindness meditation involves training and practice, but at its essence, it's really a simple practice that we can do, you can do, to improve the quality of your life. Loving kindness meditation is considered one of the best mind-body practices for attaining wholesome health and happiness. So today's talk, we're going to look at the loving kindness meditation. How do we do it? How do we practice it? And what are the benefits of it? Loving kindness meditation introduces us to that part of ourselves that's asleep. And our affirmation for today and for this talk is, I behold love and kindness in my life, and I reflect it to others. In the Dhammapada, which is a collection of Buddha's teachings, it's written, hatred cannot coexist with love and kindness. It dissipates when supplanted with thoughts of love and compassion. Loving kindness meditation, or metta, is an ultimate form of generous and selfless love towards ourselves and towards others. Pali is the language that the Buddha spoke. In Pali, metta is a word for benevolence, friendship, affection, and kindness. The basis of the metta meditation is 4 phrases that are used in the meditation, and typically there are the phrases are relatively the same, but the beauty of this meditation is that we can adjust them to fit ourselves, our own needs and our own desires. But the traditional phrases are, may I be well, number 1. May I be happy. May I be safe. And may I be in peace. And these phrases are repeated interchangeably with the word I, with the word you, and with the word all beings. And what's fun about this meditation, of course the I is for ourselves. When we use the word you, we can think of a particular person that we want to hold in love and kindness. And the third word is all beings. And we envision all life on this planet. And so it's a great inclusive way to create an affinity or love with all beings. I think it's really fun to adjust these phrases so that they're powerful for each other. You know, we could say something like, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I be healthy. May I be well in mind and body. Those are just kind of some examples of what we can use, and then interchange you and all beings. And what I really love about this meditation is that it's free from expectations or restrictions, right? You can do anything that you want with it, and we don't do it with the intention of a goal or having a goal in mind, right? It's just really to practice loving ourselves and loving others and loving the world. Metta meditation usually starts by focusing on the self. As the Buddha said, unless we treat ourselves with love and compassion, we cannot reflect it to others. Kind of a universal truth, isn't it? That in order to love others, we really have to love ourselves first. Because if we don't love ourselves first, then we can't really come from our heart and that place of passion within ourselves and love others. And our love sort of falls flat if we really don't truly love ourselves first. Loving kindness meditation, there are 4 main factors to this meditation that really account for its universal acceptance. And the first one is that it's all-inclusive. It doesn't matter who you are or what you believe, what age you are. It applies to everyone. And the second part of it is it's really easy. It's easy to learn, and it's on top of that, it's really flexible. We can make it be what we want it to be. We can create it ourselves. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, it's not goal-oriented. We're not really trying to make anything happen other than just being present for ourselves, being present to the love that we're sending out to others and to all beings and to the universe. And what I find is this meditation creates intimacy, with myself. When I say this, when I do this meditation, and I affirm peace for myself, I affirm loving kindness for myself, I affirm joy and happiness, what I discover is it really opens my heart to myself, to feel intimate and compassionate with myself. And I've noticed too that when I hold others in this meditation and say their name or think about them when I'm doing it, I find that the next time I see them, my relationship is different. It's like there's an added intimacy there that I didn't see before, or wasn't aware of. Loving kindness meditation introduces us to a part of ourselves that's been asleep. I behold love and kindness in my life, and I reflect it to others. So how does loving kindness meditation do this? There's been a lot of scientific studies done with this process and how it affects people. And I bet you can find some ways in yourself that it can benefit you. For example, it's discovered that people who practice loving kindness meditation are less self-critical. Who doesn't want that, right? People who practice loving kindness meditation have increased positive emotions and decreased negative emotions. Next one is huge. People who practice loving kindness meditation have less chronic pain. I love that. And doesn't that make sense? That the more that we truly love ourselves and are able to get into that love in our mind and our body, that we experience less pain. People who practice loving kindness meditation discover that it slows down the biological aging process. Who doesn't want that, right? It's a scientific fact that stress causes our chromosomes, our telomeres, to become shorter, right? And the shorter our telomeres are, typically we live shorter lives. And so loving kindness meditation tends to lengthen our telomeres, which improves the quality and the longevity of our lives. So let's throw out those expensive anti-aging creams and get out the meditation cushion. Yeah. Another thing that loving kindness meditation does is to increase compassion and empathy. We know that positive affirmations do the same thing. And when we do this meditation on a regular basis, it really opens our heart and helps us to have compassion and empathy for ourselves and for all humankind and all life on this planet. And the science has shown that people who practice loving kindness meditation feel the effects. There's one study that's done that people that practice loving kindness meditation only for 2 or 3 minutes every day experienced 15 months of benefits from the meditation, from the loving kindness meditation. So this is a great practice for ourselves. It's a great practice for our building intimacy with those we love. And it's a great practice for all of us on this path and for our planet. This is also a great practice to use for the people that maybe we don't like so much. Maybe for people who we might call them enemies, or people in political power that we don't like, or rulers of other companies or other countries. But this is really the way that we build love and compassion on our planet is by starting with ourselves. And this is an incredibly powerful technique and process to build this compassion and intimacy. I think without any further ado, let's just practice it. So I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep breath and just relax in this moment wherever you are. And to pay attention to your breath and just to watch and be aware of your breath moving in your body. And to allow yourself to be present right now. To breathe into that. Maybe even to breathe into the area around your heart. Breathing in and breathing out. Relaxing into this powerful moment right now. And as I say these 4 statements, I invite you to say them to yourself as if you're speaking to that deepest part of your soul, to your higher self, to your essence. So thinking about yourself, say, may I be happy. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be healthy. May I be at peace. And breathe into that. Feel these qualities of truth moving as your essence. And now think of someone that you would like to affirm these same qualities, these same attributes, these same states of being to, and to hold the thought of them, maybe even to see their face. Could be a friend, could be somebody that perhaps you don't even like. How powerful is that? So as you behold this person, say to them, may you be happy. Together, may you be happy. May you be safe. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. May you be at peace. Breathing in and breathing out. And now imagine all life. Perhaps you can imagine our planet. Imagine all beings on our planet. All humans, all animals, all plants and trees, ocean, fish, all beings. And breathe in, breathe out. May all beings be happy. Let's say that together. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be at peace. And let's hold this idea, this truth, for a moment in the silence. Breathing in, breathing out. At one with all life. Giving thanks for the dear one that we affirmed the highest good for. Aligned with our true essence, with our own beingness, with our own beauty. Breathing in and breathing out. And I invite you to bring your awareness back to this moment. Namaste. So in my Walk Your Talk that I'll publish in our newsletter, and I will include this meditation and these phrases as well as some of the descriptive things that I referenced in this talk. So what happened to the 7 monks when the head monk told the bandits that he didn't know what to choose? Well, the way I heard this story many years ago was the way that I ended it, and it stopped where I finished. But I can only imagine what happened next. You know, when the head monk explained to the bandits why he couldn't choose between himself or his friends or his enemy, those who were hurting and sick, those that were with him, he couldn't pick one of them. I can only imagine what happened. And that was when the monk talked about love and forgiveness, about peace and harmony, about compassion. What I imagine happened was that the bandits decided to be monks. The Buddha said the mind is everything. What you think, you become. With loving kindness meditation, we gain the power to train our mind and tame negative thoughts that bring us down. In a sense, we become free to be the fullness of who we are. Loving kindness meditation practice, in this practice, it's normal for the doubting mind to pop up and challenge the notion of loving ourselves and others. But I encourage you not to let this doubt stop you. You know, it's important to know that this loving kindness meditation isn't a practice of perfection, but it's a practice of cultivation. You know, it's one of embracing the truth of who we are and being in this consciousness with all beings of love and compassion. This practice is about freeing ourselves of fear and hatred and confusion, regardless of what's happening in the world. And as we practice loving kindness meditation, our spirits will become free, and we will experience and express the fullness of who we are. I behold love and kindness in my life, and I reflect it to others. Affirm that with me. I behold love and kindness in my life, and I reflect it to others. So thank you for being here today. Namaste. Bless you. And I invite you at this time to prepare your tithes and your love offerings and your contributions to Unity Church of Maui. It is these wonderful gifts that give us this green energy to continue to do this work that we do. And we are so blessed and thankful for so many of you who continue to give to us during this challenging time for all of us on this planet. And I know that as you give to us, that you are participating in and contributing to this good work that I know is healing and helping so many people to stand in the truth of who they are. So as you hold your gift, or as you hold in your mind that which you would like to share with us today, I invite you to affirm and pray with me the prayer for, not protection, the prayer for prosperity. And let's say that together. Through a grateful, giving heart, my mind and life overflow with the abundance of God's all-providing, infinite supply. And so it is. And thank you for your gifts. We are so blessed. And you can give to us by putting a check in an envelope and sending it to 483 South High Street in Wailuku. And you can also go to our website, www.unityonmaui.org, and click on our secure donate button and make a donation that way. And I got just a couple announcements today. My talk next week is titled Healthy Mind, Healthy Body. You know, a healthy mind, as we know, can lead us to having a healthy body. It can lead us to having a happier life as well. And it's so easy, I think, being in our human consciousness and sometimes feeling lack and hurt and pain and disillusion and confusion. It's easy to get caught up in this loop of limited thinking. And when we're in that loop, we might discover that it sometimes shows up in our body in the same way. So next week in this talk titled Healthy Mind, Healthy Body, we're going to look at what can we do? What kind of powerful thoughts and practices can we use to help to clarify what it is we want and how we can purify our mind with spiritual thoughts so that we experience more healthy bodies. So join us next week, same time, right here, and we'll have a lot of fun with that, I know. And as you know, we are in the midst of a capital campaign to get a new van. We had to let our other one go. It had a lot of problems and really wasn't functioning well for us. So we have a goal of $10,000 to get us a van that will bring us back and forth to Unity Church of Maui when we are back and doing services in that building. And we're optimistic that that's going to happen pretty soon. So we'd like to offer you the opportunity to give to our capital campaign. And we have a great place to start. As a matter of fact, you might know a mystery person donated $1,000 a week ago that kind of got things going and started us off. And also, last week, Yana said that she will match the next $500 that's given. So if you give $100, Yana will also, and so your $100 becomes a $200 donation. And she will do that for the first $500. So this is a great thing. I really know that we're going to be back in that building and celebrating as a community very soon. So thank you for contributing to our capital campaign for a new van. And you can do that the same way as you can contribute donations to us by going to unityonmaui.org and donate there, or you can put a check in an envelope and send it to us at 483 South High Street. And please include on the check that this is a donation for our van capital campaign. It helps us to keep our books straight. So thank you in advance for that. And if you enjoy what we're doing, you can tune in today and every Sunday at 11 o'clock on Zoom. We have a Zoom call, and you can actually go on 10 o'clock because our service is offered at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. And the links to that are in our newsletter and on our webpage. We actually start at 10 rebroadcasting what I'm showing you right now. So look forward to seeing you there as well. And thank you for being a part of our community. Thank you for doing the work that you do. I love you. I bless you, and I appreciate you. And I behold the Christ in you. And so why don't we bring this time together today to a close by affirming the prayer for protection, which begins, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is. And so it is. God bless you, friend. Aloha and mahalo.
Where I live, there are rain.